Welcome into the ATB show at the Buzzer, brought to you by our dear friends Joe and Leslie at AAA Work Trucks. Rubba shoes, like the Steve Wozniak of that company, employee number one, Behind Blood, employee number one. And now the whole family's over there. Mother Shoes is over there. Little Shoes is over there, which is impressive that Billy's ego and Little Shoes fit in the building at the same time, which is really... And you know what I miss, because we haven't had Little Shoes on in a while, is when he holds up a growned man can of soda.
Oh, it's the greatest.
And it looks like a little halfsie you got at your grandmother's house, which is usually Schweppes or Canada Dry, right? I was thinking, because I have a smaller can here. Scotty's going to be excited. I'm going to open a can, Scotty, but it's just Celsius, which is fine. Which I also enjoy. Like, when you drink one of these or anything like this and people are like, that stuff will kill you. Have you followed me around for a week? Do you realize what I do inside of 168 hours? This is not my biggest concern.
I literally was just going to say, that shit will kill you.
Or when you order a gin and tonic and they're like, oh, don't you get, like, just get soda water. The quinine is going to kill you. The quinine in tonic water is not going to be the death of me. And if it is, that means I have a really good drink in my hand. We are hanging out tonight. Lots to talk about. Adam out of Hair and Makeup in beautiful downtown Connecticut. Uncle Duke's in the Wicks. And Rubba Shoes in L.A., the Lowell area. So we're back at it. Corey's stuck in Hair and Makeup. Every once in a while, you get 5 of us. I think 4 is enough this week. We've got a plethora of things to talk about. I think there needs to be like a sideshow, Scotty, once you get a chance to play the game. Maybe me, you, and Aiden will do like a college football. Absolutely, because I know yours. I know you're like 5 o'clock to 11 o'clock right now. Tomorrow, when the boy gets home, you'll probably be 6 to midnight about the game, right? We're rising at this point. Yes, we're not there yet. Very exciting. College football drops today. And one of the coolest things that they're doing, obviously with name, image, and likeness, they brought college football back. It's like he moved platforms, or I should say he moved games just to ruin it again. It's so funny because the big talk is the fact that one of the big things they're doing, and I'm probably off on the number, Scotty, I think I heard they've added about 2,800 new plays.
Yeah, something like that.
And
it's insane.
And most of the coaches have stepped up, and obviously they're not offering this year's schemes, but they brought some of their old schemes that they used to use. So now you can go way deep into the playbook, which I know I'm boring people, but that's fine. And the funny thing is, they're like, they listed off like the 4.5 coaches that aren't using their NIL, and of course, Grumposaurus Rex down in North Carolina will not be part of the game. So what is it? What's the name of the guy who stood in for him as a Patriots head coach?
It was like he did a couple of different names. One of them was like Chad Masters.
Chad Masters.
One was like Griffin something, and then he was New England any coach for a while. Yeah, so there's a bunch of them that were out there.
So EA Sports didn't come up with like a stupid name. He sent that in.
Is that right?
They came up with it. No, they came.
They came up with it. Okay.
Yeah. It's because he's not a part of the coaching association.
Correct.
There's a specific that he didn't want to be a part of because it's more about like marketing and stuff, and he didn't want anything to do with it. He wanted to focus on football. Was his?
I'm surprised with his new marketing president that she did not encourage him to be involved.
Yeah, that is kind of shocking. Actually.
Yeah, his face should have been on the box.
Yeah,
on the cover.
Yeah, like, well, I feel like she probably would have ended up on the cover. But anyway, why is the head coach of North Carolina called Tits McGee? Well,
it's a funny story.
It got away from us. Just got away from us. I don't know where we want to start. We've got so much talent on screen tonight. And well, you know where I'm going to start? We're gonna walk it back a little bit. Rubber Shoes is a little quiet right now, but we discovered yesterday. There was a moment where I wanted, you know, when you want to grab the real life remote control and you want to pause life. He knows what I'm about to do. I wanted to pause life yesterday and call you guys. So Saturday I played golf with Aiden, and we had Stevie, who knifed it. Your brother, dude. I promised your brother I would talk him up and ruin your day, and I know you love your brother, and you are loving that I'm celebrating your brother. Scotty's older brother, Stevie, 14th hole, the new Atlantic Pines at Old Marsh. It's a tough course. It's tight. I don't belong there, but it's real fun. And Stevie's about 135 out on 14, and he hits his 52 and he holds it out for an eagle. Like when you watch one of your friends do that, you're like, I want to go home now. Like, I'm not going to do anything. Like Rubber Shoes, we played in Massachusetts yesterday. Rubber Shoes had some pristine approach shots, just throwing darts onto the green. And I'm like, well, somebody had a good day.
What's the Rubber Shoes uniform on a golf course? I'm curious.
Yesterday he had dark golf shorts on, a red striped polo shirt. I'm in love with him, so I can remember everything he had on. A Red Sox hat on backwards most of the time, which is also a turn on. And then always Jordans. So you had Jordan Lows on yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, always.
Well, I had to buy a new pair of shoes for the wet days. So I got
for his heavy days.
The soles on the Jordans I have aren't good when it's slippery out.
For his heavy days.
I have a pair of Travis Matthews for those days.
Oh my god!
Oh, okay.
I like how we just kept talking over that. That
right
was
over
awesome.
it. Right over it. So we're in the clubhouse. By the way, we played Juniper Hills in Northborough, down near our friend Maddie. We all grew up in Chelmsdale. Maddie's down in Grafton now. Northborough's pretty close. So we threw him an olive branch and we drove the 19 hours down to Northborough. A little less driving for Gooch and Rubber Shoes. I think I woke up at 4:30 to be in the car for 5:20 to get to the golf course for 7:00. So it was a hike, but it was awesome. We had a great day. There's 2 courses down there, Riverside and Lakeside. We played Riverside, which was apparently the harder of the 2, I think. Yeah, it didn't matter. We're in the clubhouse afterwards, and Matty DeVoe, who you guys would love, Matty DeVoe says to Rubber Shoes, he's like, so what are your thoughts on Dame Lillard? And I'll tell you, all the air out of the room, because I'm like, because last week, you'll remember my dear friend William Francis, after I said, what are our thoughts on Damian Lillard? He goes, do you even think before you open your mouth? Like Adam wasn't here. He came down. He was like, he Gestapo slapped me. Like, Viva asked the questions. Oh yeah. I got smacked last week for even imagining Dame Lillard.
Oh my!
And played the Lakeside, by the way.
Oh, it was Lakeside. Okay, not Riverside. Doesn't matter. I don't do any studying before the show, so I forgot what we were playing.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that came up, and he was about to comment, and then he realized, oh, I'm about to admit that Timmy's not an asshole. So there was this. It was like that scene from Seinfeld. If relationship George meets independent George, like there was like 2 different Rubber Shoes going on, like. It was so good. It's so good.
I had a week to think about it. I had a week.
Oh, he had a week to think about it. Oh, all right. Well, I'm going to drink my quinine. Go ahead. Tell me all about it.
Let's hear it.
I've changed my mind on that, saying basically, but there's stipulations to me wanting Lillard. It's 1, you sign him to the veteran minimum. 2, he plays a role. He knows he's going to be the guy off the bench, shooting threes. He's not the starting point guard. He's not taking the ball down the court every possession. If he decides he wants to fit into our team, I would take him under those parameters.
So are you volunteering to be his player development coach?
Asking for a friend, though. Did this dawn on you before or after Matty DeVoe asked that question? Because if you had this revelation before, why didn't my phone ring with a stern apology and maybe a handwritten note? Like, none of that showed up.
I never thought of it.
Wow. Et tu, Brute. Is the knife between the 6th and 7th rib or the 5th and 6th rib? Just so I can locate it to pull it out. Go ahead.
Yeah, it would either I heard a talk show talking about it in that way, that okay, you get him cheap, you have him play, a role, which I don't think he would accept it anyway. I don't think he would accept that he's going to be the Vinny microwave off the bench. So
the disdain up in the top corner. I'm so excited about Scotty's thoughts. Go ahead, Scotty.
Yeah.
It's just it'll never happen. He'll never agree to that. Number one,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
just not going to happen. And he's gonna find a place to play. The thing is with him, he's not going to play until February. So any place that he's looking to jump on, one, he has all the leverage in the world because he hasn't signed with the team until mid-season if he wants to, so he can actually like take a look at the the lay of the land. And looking at the way the Celtics are lining up, I don't think they're going to be one of those top teams. I think they'll make the playoffs next year, but they're not going to be a 1 or 2 seed. So he's going to be able to take his choice and say, oh, I want to play here, and then he'll agree to some kind of role or whatever. Boston's just not going to be it. So I don't think it's going to happen whatsoever. The only way I see that happening is if him and Tatum like sit down, have a heart to heart, and they talk to Brad Stevens, and they're able to come to an agreement, and the stipulations are baked into the contract, and so on and so forth. But there's so many so many T's to dot and I's to cross, and it's just not. I don't see it happening. So.
This feels very much like the Kevin Durant situation. Obviously, Durant was in a better situation, like a better physical situation. But it feels a lot like Celtics fans just grasping at straws, trying to get something here and somebody happening that makes noise in the free agency market. I agree with Scotty. I don't think he's ever going to come here. I think it would be bad if he did come here. Personally, I think he was great in Portland. When he went to Milwaukee, he was mediocre at best. He hasn't been himself for a few years. We already have 2 projects that are, coming back from injuries. Granted, all NBA caliber guys, but still they're coming back from injuries. Like, do we need a third headache off the bench? I don't think so. So I would prefer that he didn't come here, and I think it's a long shot anyways. So
Portland is jumping in the street though with everything that happened, because don't forget they own the Bucks first round picks, and I think like 27, 28, and 29 or something like that, or 28, 29, 30. So that franchise, especially if Giannis does end up leaving and goes somewhere else, that franchise is going to be hurting a little bit for the next few years. And they're still paying Lillard's contract, until like, I can't remember what it is now, like 2032 or something ridiculous.
Yeah,
so
6 years or something, I thought.
Yeah, Portland is, the fans in Portland are probably just giggling right now.
If Giannis does stay though, the Bucks have made some decent off-season moves. I mean, I think that guy's name's escaping me that they just signed from the Pacers.
Miles Turner.
Miles Turner, thank you. Yeah, I think he's a complimentary piece. He's definitely better than Brook Lopez, younger than Brook Lopez. They don't have any ball handling yet. They don't have any, but Giannis could be the point, whatever, forward, center, whatever, and come down every time and orchestrate the offense. So I don't think they're going to be like a 1 or 2 seed like you were saying, Scotty. But I definitely don't. I don't think they're a play-in team either. I think they're mid-pack probably.
Yeah,
well, that's if Giannis stays.
Yeah,
if Giannis stays, right.
If he goes, then they're host.
Yeah, if he goes, they're bottom of the. Yeah, they're with the Heat. Yes. Unless he goes to the Heat.
Yeah, what's the top place he's if he were to go somewhere, what's your top guess?
I would guess the Knicks, personally. I think he wants to be in a big market. I think he wants to, his name has gotten lost a little bit with some of these other guys coming in. So I think he wants to be in a big market. I think the Knicks probably have do have new leadership and would welcome him into the fold. And he's not going to, I think sometimes people were scared to go to the Knicks because of Thibodeau, because he just drove these guys into the ground. So I think with new leadership, the Knicks would be a good landing spot for him personally.
Scotty?
I have no idea, to be honest with you. I think there's going to be a lot of, because he still has money on his contract. He's won last year, that I feel like he'd have to be finagled and stuff too. And, he wouldn't just be able to jump to the Knicks because he still has, it would have to be a sign and trade situation. But so it would be interesting to see, unless the Knicks want to, if they don't care about being a part of above the apron and all that, then that's a potential spot. But I don't see him going to like the Lakers or anything like that. I don't know. Honestly, I think he's, it'll be interesting to see what he ends up deciding. I could see him. I see him kind of staying. I don't really think he's.
Yeah, I
gonna go.
agree.
But
I like him with the Spurs.
him and
Spurs.
Wemby.
Yeah,
Who
see
do they
Walmart.
get back?
because I think they would have draft capital to be able to
They would.
trade for him. Because at this point, if Milwaukee's trading, they're looking to rebuild, and so they want to do a deal like how Phoenix did with Houston, get as many draft picks and maybe some young players possibly, which they do. They have a bunch of young players also that they could pick one or two from probably.
I think the Bucks, rebuilding, sure, but I think they would if he said to them, "I want to leave." I think they would work with him to get him out of there. I mean, obviously they want to get something back for him, something big back for him. But I think if he said, "I've got a few teams that I'm interested in," they would work with him. I mean, he brought them a chip in a few years ago, and I just think he's beloved there, and they want to do right by him because he's basically done right by that organization. I kind of am leaning with Scotty about him staying, to be honest, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Just because of the way he's been his whole career. But I don't know. It'd be interesting to see him with Wemby. That'd be a weird combination. I don't know what that looks like, but that'd be an interesting destination for him.
Did you guys see the update to the Celtics trade with Portland? Speaking of the Blazers,
What happened?
So after he passed his medical exam. Drew Holiday, he passed his medical exam, but they did find a few things. They're still saying he's healthy, but not as healthy as originally expected when the trade happened. So, long story short, the Celtics will not be getting the second round picks that were also included in that trade. They had to change some things up because he wasn't as healthy, so they won't get the 2 second round picks that were.
I think they're getting one of them. I think I heard.
No, everything I read right now, they're no longer getting both the second round picks.
Oh,
so that's what I have here at least. And then obviously Simmons is staying. That that part's going to be fine. But you think about Portland, they just traded for not really a healthy guard. With Boston, sounds familiar, Malcolm Brogdon. And then they just got rid of he was age 30, and Simmons is 23 or 24, something like that. So it's not a great deal for Portland if you're like a Trailblazers fan at this point. I mean, I don't mind Simmons. I'm not a huge Simmons fan. I mean, he can score. He's a bucket. But yeah, it's just it was just an interesting thing. And then them not getting. I mean, what do we have? 45 second round picks over the next 5 years anyway. So to me, I don't think it's the end of the world.
Yeah, but if you look for Portland, don't you think they brought him in as much for his basketball acuity as it is for his leadership and teaching a guy like Scoot how to be a pro? And I don't know. I feel like they brought him in as much for that as they did for his basketball ability.
I don't disagree with that at all. I think it's more, and I think honestly though, I don't even know Holiday's going to stay there. I know he doesn't want to be there, right? He's pissed about the whole situation. He does not want to be in Portland. And the irony is that the Celtics got him from Portland, right? He got traded to Portland, and then that lasted a day, and then he signed on the napkin. I will not be the head coach of the New York Jets, and got over to Boston. So.
I will not be the HC of the NYJ. Yeah. So good.
But yeah, so it was interesting. I just saw that. It wasn't. I don't think it's a big deal. Go ahead, Timmy. Sorry.
Is it Simmons or Simons?
That's a really good question. I thought it might be. You might be right, Billy. It might be Anthony.
I hear so many people say it both ways, so I'm like, there's only one M in it in his name.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking.
See, he doesn't rebuke Scotty. Yeah. He didn't give Scotty the. Do you even think before you open your mouth? He only chastises me. That's all right. That's fine. It's okay.
What's your next prediction, Nostradamus? Let's see him.
Yeah, I should get it out. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Then Billy can comment about it in the clubhouse after golf this weekend.
Oh, he's gonna say that the Celtics are gonna get Bradley Beal. That's what his next thing is gonna be.
I wasn't gonna say that.
Bradley Beal.
No.
Okay. Let's go.
It is Simons.
Simons. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Simons, not Simmons. All right.
So you looked up what his pronunciation is on the internet? Is that
Basketball.
Okay,
It's on Basketball Reference. I actually went
'cause
to.
I've heard. I was saying
Wiki.
Simmons for like the first week, and then I was hearing people saying Simons. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
No, it is.
which
Simons.
is it?
I usually just we'll go to like Wikipedia, and they usually will have the pronunciation.
There's an
right there.
audio
They only have
box,
the
yeah.
pronunciation-
Oh,
They only have
yeah,
the pronunciation of his first name, not his last name. So apparently,
Oh.
Wikipedia is like, dumbass Simons. The hell's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's the reference. But
Well, now we have resolved that issue, which was an important one to resolve. So we're in good shape.
The Dame Lillard question. It only took 2 weeks to become real. Proud of it. Proud of it. Good work.
Rubber Shoes, was it Gary Washburn that you were listening to? Because I saw a clip of him going off about how we should bring in Damian Lillard.
No, it was on one of the radio stations.
Yeah. That guy's hysterical. I love when he asks Joe questions and Joe just goes after him.
I think I was sitting with Tyler and someone else, and we were talking about it. I'm like, oh yeah, they kind of explained that theory, and I'm like, oh, I guess that would make sense if you can get him for the veteran minimum, and if things don't work out, you can cut him and it doesn't cost you much.
Yeah. How do you feel about it, Tim, now that you've had 2 weeks to stew on it?
I'm afraid to bring it up in public. I don't want to piss off Dad. It was parental at best. I'm sorry you missed it. Do you even think before you open your mouth?
Hey, so
here we go.
On the other hand, you came up with a great thing yesterday.
Well, what happened yesterday?
I tell you, the playing best ball as a group is fucking phenomenal. It's such a, you're out there to have fun. None of us are trying to get into any tournaments. So it's like, let's just go out and have a good time. And, you're not looking for your ball if it's freaking.
I forgot we had done that. And as soon as Maddie came over to my car, and Maddie's walking over, Maddie DeVoe's hysterical. So, just for those of you that don't know, Maddie used to be scrawny little Maddie DeVoe, and then post college, criminal justice, short. So yeah, he did Army Reserves and finishes criminal justice at Fitchburg, and then suddenly little scrawny Matty DeVoe is like, if he stands in front of the sun, you could call him Midnight. He's just a monster. Yeah. So he walks over and he's carrying over his golf bag, which is that leatherette bag that he probably got from his papu, his Greek grandfather. And then it's got, Scotty will appreciate that. Then it has the rain guard over the top of it. Now on July 6th, if your friend is pulling his bag out of his vehicle and it's got the rain condom on it, that means he hasn't touched said club since the last time he played with us. And I said, oh, don't tell me. He goes, brother, I haven't touched these since we played last fall. And we didn't even play with
falls ago.
Yeah, because he didn't play with us last year because he had his elbow surgery.
Yeah.
So he's pulling out his, these are Clinton administration golf clubs coming out of the back of his truck. He finally peels the top off. He's still dusting them off. Like your grandfather whipping out a 45 to play on his Vitrol. So I'm like, what are we doing? And I'm like, are you good? And he's like, oh, we're playing best ball, right? And I'm like, or scramble, technically scramble.
Yeah.
He goes, we're playing scramble. And I'm like, oh, okay. Then Gooch wanders over. And I'm like, do you want to hit or do you want to play scramble? And Gooch is like, oh, we better be playing scramble. and then Rubber Shoes comes over and he goes, I guess I'm riding with Gooch. Because they park next to each other. And Scotty will appreciate this because he's met the Gooch. Gooch is down a ton of weight. Gooch looks great. Yeah. He pulled off his hat at one point. He's got his Callaway hat. He pulls it out. He comes over to my cart. I'm riding with Maddie. Pulls his hat off and he goes, look at the top of my head. And it's starting to thin out. And I'm like, oh, I love that. I love that for you. Because he and I both went gray pretty early. But now he's super thin on top. And then he starts telling us a story. Now, God bless the Gooch, because he just jumped in, 2 years ago, Rubber Shoes? Maybe-ish?
Yeah,
3 seasons?
That year we played that fall.
Yeah. So probably a couple of years. When he gets a hold of his driver, he's got the launch codes, which is just amazing. Annoying for me and amazing to watch it happen. And we're complimenting him, and he's like, yeah. And I don't know if it's one of the kids that works with him at the hospital. He's a chaplain over at Catholic Medical Center in Manchester. And did he mention he's got like an Indian kid? He's got a kid from India on his staff, and and he goes, I'm going to teach him how to golf. Look at Scotty. Rubber Shoes immediately says, I will take the day off and I will be with you. Like,
I just want to watch. I don't want.
Well, yeah, no.
Rubber Shoes asking me questions.
Rubber Shoes. Rubber Shoes. I think we need to find out when this is happening. We'll be in the other cart.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
hysterical. And then because we have to set up like a trail cam, I need to watch this happen in real time. Like this is YouTube live.
I mean, Gooch is probably like a 50 handicap.
Yeah, I mean honestly, because like the past 2 summers, Scotty, the past 2 summers I've been tracking with Arcos and everything. Like I'm right now, my handicap, Adam, is a 23.8, which means good. No, it's not. Which means I appreciate that, but no, it's not. which means if you're playing me, you should expect that I'm going to be 24 over par.
Got it.
Right.
Got it.
So okay. then I don't know, Scotty. Do you know what your brother is? Stevie's got to be. Stevie shot an 89 Saturday.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, like Maddie and I were floating around like 105.
Yeah.
Like Stevie with his irons, like he's pretty good. So yeah, so to Rubber Shoes' point, like Gooch is probably a 50. Like Gooch just stopped counting. Like what's your index? Big, right? So he's gonna teach some kid from India how to golf.
Oh jeez.
Like, I think we might all have to take the day off.
Oh man. I mean,
that's almost like you got a friend who's a police officer. Like, do you want to do a ride along? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Can you see him out there teaching a kid?
Yeah, it's like I don't want to be part of the group because then they'll be asking me the questions. I'm like, no, I want to witness you.
Yeah, maybe
he watches videos though.
Maybe we get ghillie suits and we just hide in plain sight.
So every time we play with the Gooch, he's like, oh yeah, I've been watching videos. He never goes to the driving range and tries them out.
Well, I said that to him too. I'm like, next time you go to the range, he's like, I don't. I'm like, so when you start to go to the range, he's like, I won't. I'm like, I appreciate Danny Mod. There's a lot of good people on YouTube, but any of us who golf enough, like you're like, the running joke is you'll see the meme on TikTok and like you're standing over the ball and like the beautiful mind math starts flowing around and you're hearing like every video you watch this week at your office and you're trying to amalgamate all of them into this chi and then you're going to hit the ball perfectly, which never happens. Like he's better off with just dumb luck. He's just going up. He's swinging that, whatever that is. I mean, I've never seen a Slazenger golf club. I'm joking, Scotty. It wasn't, but like picture, like, yeah, like it was just, and he's just rifling them down the fairway. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to teach an Indian kid how to play golf. I'm like, that should be a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So when as soon as he said that, I'm like, I'm going to get you a shirt that says Gooch the Swingrilla.
So the thing is, like, so the Gooch is one of these people that is hilarious, but he's not trying to be.
Oh no, it's just
it's just how he is. It's like we're dying laughing all day long with him, and he's just okay.
yeah. Not even picking up. He's not picking up what he's putting down.
After he teaches the kid how to golf, we should have the kid on the show and see how it did.
Watch in 2 years this kid's gonna be a pro probably.
Yes.
Probably.
When he gets there, he's like, I did this to spite my teachings.
Yes.
But,
yes.
He was really nice to me. So thank you to the Swingrilla.
Gooch will be like Chubbs. Gooch will be like Chubbs Peterson with the ceramic hand with the missing fingers.
No, he'll have the foot.
Chubbs. Oh my god.
Oh.
What's the foot?
Yeah, so good.
With the missing toes.
So good. God bless him. Oh my God, so many muches.
Speaking of Chubbs, when does that come out? Does anybody know?
That's already out. Have you watched it yet, Scotty? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's out. Or is it the 18th? Is it later in the month?
I thought it was later in the month.
Oh, maybe. Well, listen. Don't I think before I open my mouth?
Let's see.
I think you should get a T-shirt made with that said on it.
Yeah.
I don't think before I open my mouth.
Yeah. If I was a rapper, my name would be MC No Search.
The 25th.
25th. All right.
20. Oh, okay.
Billy sent it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, so not out yet. Not out yet.
Okay.
We're actually having a watch party essentially.
Oh.
Nate and Tina Dodge are coming to the house with Eric and Jess and stuff, so we're all gonna watch it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
See
They got a
Superman
ton of
this
people
weekend,
crammed
Scotty?
into
Fuck yeah!
that. Fuck it. Did you?
I'm trying.
No, it
trying
hasn't
to-
come out yet. It comes out.
Oh, this weekend. This weekend.
Yeah.
Do you think it's gonna be good?
I do. Yeah, I've heard.
Oh,
a lot
I
of
thought
different
it came
things
out
about
July 4th weekend.
it. No. Jurassic World came out
Okay.
last weekend.
Did you go see
It would
that?
have made sense for them to come out on the 4th of July, but
I didn't make it to see that, unfortunately. Some stuff came up and couldn't make it out. But
Are you going
I'll
for
be
the actual
backing
concept
into-
of the movie, or are you going for ScarJo?
both.
Answer carefully. Okay. All right.
Both.
Okay. All right. Like, I mean,
I
I'd
know
go.
the
Yeah,
whole-
Scarlett Johansson. I would sit in a dark room and listen to her read bad phone numbers. I get that, but I'm not necessarily like, oh, I'm gonna go watch animatronics. They're not even animatronics. It's all AI, or
So
CGI.
I was on our YouTube channel
Yep.
today, and I noticed someone made a comment on something you said last week.
Who was this?
It was.
do you think before you open your mouth?
Right.
It was Scotty's wife, because you had made a comment about his daughter
Uh-oh.
being a little Amy, and he's like, "No, she's a little Scott."
Oh, I love that. I thought I was so nervous. I thought I was in trouble with
Who's in
Amy. I'm like, yeah. As a member of the C-suite, I was going to suspend myself off the show.
Get on the phone.
Oh my God, dear
Whoa.
Lord, she's a little
Like, oh,
Scott.
someone made a comment on our show, and
Yeah,
She's
she
a little
heard
Scott.
it.
What does
She
that
was in
mean,
the-
Scotty?
when that happened. When everything was going on, there was chaos in the background. That's why I was like muted for a good 15 minutes during that show.
Which
last week, but,
my mother loved that. I saw Cheryl over the weekend. She's like, the whole part of the show where Scotty's muted talking to Ava, and then when he comes back, because you came back to the show, and I know you know this because you're really good with your facial expressions. You came back and you're like,
yeah,
and you smoked your drink. You're like, gunk, 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 and then you went into the cooler and got another one and started that. My mom loved it. My mom loved it.
That's magic.
Oh God.
yeah. She just heard that and she's like, she's nothing like she's a mini you. What is that like? And she got all she was like going back and listening and stuff too. So yeah.
She's a mini you.
What are the characteristics that make her a mini you, Scott? I'm interested.
From Amy's perspective, she thinks she looks like me. I don't think she does. She's got maybe like the cheeks, I guess. We have very similar cheeks. And she doesn't really take anything seriously. So, I mean, she's 7, she shouldn't.
Right.
But I think those are two things that would be top of my list of characteristics. But
The AI at Liberty Mutual right now is like, dude, one of our project managers just say that he doesn't take anything seriously. Like, what is happening right now? And I just made that title up. I have no idea what your title is. You're very important. I understand that. But I just-
engineering manager, but that's okay. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Somebody with a lot of control. Sucking down Mickeys on a sports podcast in New England,
Oh my
reiterating
God.
the fact that he doesn't really care.
I care. I care about some sports.
Tim's goal today is to get you fired. That's
Yeah.
Tim's goal.
Unemployment. Now we're all available all the time for the show. Yeah.
You can't get me fired right now, though. There's no sports. There's
Oh.
no time of the year.
Oh, give me time.
Yeah, challenge accepted.
Yep.
I saw that. Who was it? Byron Buxton just announced that he's going to go into the home run derby. It's him, Acuna, Cal Raleigh, and James Wood right now. And they still have 4 more slots to fill.
I was going to ask our resident baseball dork and obviously everybody else on the show. Do you feel there's anybody on the team that should have got tapped on the shoulder that didn't get tapped on the shoulder? We know it's Bergman and obviously Garrett and Araldis, but anybody else you were like, why didn't they get it?
Navarez was, but there was like there's 3 stud catchers above him.
Yeah.
Like he's having a great season, but there's like 3 other catchers that are having better seasons. So he's someone that I think is deserving, and I'm kind of pissed off about the Bregman thing.
The rugby thing doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make it. Yeah, it's very
He
confusing.
shouldn't be there, and he better bow out. It's like you're just coming back, maybe like the weekend before. He may come back this homestand before the All-Star break. Like you're gonna come back 2 games before the All-Star break and then go play in the All-Star game. Like, come on. That'll kind of piss me off if he ends up going.
Especially if he gets injured in the All-Star game.
Yeah, it's a
honestly.
I'm surprised it didn't. I got emails from RedSox.com saying, "Oh, go on and vote for Bregman. Get him voted to the All-Star." I'm like, what are we doing here? He hasn't played for like almost half the season he's missed so far, and you have a guy coming back from an injury, and you're pushing that you want him to go to this. It's like, what are you doing? Like, wouldn't you want him to stay back, rehab, even if he does come back right before, have him rest? You know, it doesn't make any sense. But there's a lot of stuff over there on Jersey Street that doesn't. So yeah, I
make
said
any
the correct
sense
street this time.
I would like to be a fly on the wall when Rubber Shoes gets that email and see, did you start talking to your computer? Like, what are we doing here?
Oh, on my phone. Yeah, I believe I was outside by the pool.
So cutting edge. Because you know what? We love making fun of all his tech or lack thereof. I'm picturing him with like a big CRT, you know, that you can tilt back and forth.
No.
He's like, what do you mean watching apps on my television?
I'm not that bad. So I did my Wi-Fi is working better now because one of the pods that I had from Xfinity somehow disappeared. So that was the one that was making it better in the living room. So I had another one in the far end of the house that I just moved closer. So now I can actually stream stuff. Oh my God.
Oh no.
So I
happening?
bought the UFC pay-per-view. It wasn't this. It was the weekend before. So it was like 2 weekends ago. And this was before I moved the pod and got my Wi-Fi fixed. But even
what's worse than professional wrestling? Buffered professional wrestling?
No, this was UFC fight. So
sorry.
It's
oh shit.
I'm doing so I have two Apple TV pods. One's in my back room, one's in Tyler's room. So instead of moving everything to the living room, I was doing it through the Comcast box or the Xfinity box.
Okay.
And I start playing it. It starts shutting down. I lose it 100%. It says, "Oh, we're having technical difficulties." So I reset it. So at this point, I put it on my iPad. So I'm watching it on the iPad while I keep trying to refresh the TV box to do it. It never comes back. I watched a whole pay-per-view on my freaking iPad. Pay $80 to watch it on my freaking iPad. I was
Rubber Shoes, you work so hard. I need the next thing you buy for yourself. And I know you bought some inflatable fruit for the pool. We're going to get to that in just a second. Your next major
food.
Oh, I forgot it is. Yeah.
We'll carnivore diet.
We'll get to that in a second. I need you to buy yourself a large color 4K smart TV. Just do it.
Wait. You don't have a smart TV at all?
Adam, if I had to guess, with the intel that Scotty, nope, stop. No, it's not. With the intel that I'm speaking for Scotty too. I believe Scotty, Corey, and I believe, based on the information we received in an episode a handful of weeks ago, that I believe William Francis Corey is sitting on his couch in beautiful downtown LA, looking at maybe a 42-inch 1080 TV that does not talk to the internet.
No, I got a
Get out of here.
60?
65-inch.
Uh-huh.
4K?
With
I don't know. I think it is 4K.
At 65, it has to be
coaxial
4K.
connection?
Yeah.
But is it a smart TV?
Like I said, it's smart-ish. Yeah, I can get apps through the TV itself. Yeah.
But then why aren't you doing
I
that?
just haven't set it up.
Look at the disappointment on Scotty's face. This is so much for me. I love this.
Because I watch 95% of my TV through the cable box.
Okay.
Dude, you are the oldest person in the room right now. This is so amazing to me.
I am literally. I am.
I know, but it's like I feel like I'm wrestling. I feel like I'm wrestling the coffee-colored cable box with the red numbers on it away from Richard E. Lindsay. God rest his soul. I love you, Dad. Like you'll rip it out of my dying hands. Like, what are we doing, Captain
I've
Coax?
explained it to you 1,000 times that the reason why I keep my cable box is because I sit and flip. I flip back and forth
Oh my
to
god.
shows.
Look at Scotty.
Oh. Do
You
you,
can still
have a
do that.
remote that makes the sound when you click? Like it's like click, click.
Scotty's like, you can
No.
still do that.
No.
You
I
just
contributed
listen.
to this conversation.
And
That
I
was me
told you
contributing.
that
I know.
the
Scotty's
streaming in
losing
my
his mind right
house-
now.
The streaming in my house sucks. So,
But
I'm
you
not
just said you
gonna-
moved one of your podcasts over. Like, what's the
better. It's better. It's better. I haven't tested it out on a.
I just named the show. I just
Streaming.
in that moment.
That was good. I like that.
We'll see-
Hats
we'll-
off to
we'll
Spike
see
Lee.
the
This
next-
episode's gonna be more better.
See if it's done. But even that, I don't trust it. Like I've had too many. Even when it's been,
I don't trust it.
when it's been set up well, I've still have had issues. I've still had issues. It's never been, and my whole household agrees with me that there's
Your
no reason
whole
to go.
household. What? You get it ratified upstairs? It's your in-laws.
Well,
It's not
actually,
like
he
the
went to
fucking genius bar at Apple.
he's got
Jeez.
direct. He went to DirecTV upstairs.
God bless your father-in-law.
Oh, he's got a great app. I've used that app. It's a great
It's
app.
fucking phenomenal.
Amazing app.
It's
You can
so
actually
good.
click between channels. Click, click, click,
Yeah,
click,
that's.
click.
I mean, that's the same thing.
Rickeya
Like that,
Jackson, Paige. Yeah. WNBA 1, WNBA 2, WNBA 3, all in 4K.
Let's go.
And if I'm lucky, Sophie Cunningham's in 8K.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, God bless her. Anyway, all right. So Rubber Shoes is still watching black and white, but he's got
Oh
his
my
cable
God,
box,
Rubber
God damn it. Scotty, what do you want to talk about? I know Scotty's been in timeout.
No, it's fine. I just googled who Sophie Cunningham is. Just didn't know that.
What?
Sorry,
Bro,
I'm a
look her
little
up.
out of touch. Is that the girl that was like? She's on the Fever.
She is the well, and I'm gonna help.
She
I'm
the one
gonna
that beat up the other
Scotty,
girl
you're
because-
not you're not out of touch.
Okay.
way
listen.
out of touch.
No.
Way
Rubber
out
Shoes.
of
First of all, he's
You're in with 75% of the country.
and
or
he's
more.
he's longing to be in the 25% of the country.
Yes,
So
he is.
yes, and I'm going to use this to sashay into something. Yes, she is the Lyndon Byers of that team.
Okay.
So go look her up.
Rest-
You're welcome in
rest in
advance, and rest in peace. We can talk about LB now. I thought it was interesting. Yesterday, I was with Matty DeVoe, who's an avid listener of the EI morning show, and a huge Bruins fan. I mean, his dog's name is Tuca. Like, he's a huge Bruins fan. And it was yesterday in the cart next to me. He's like, "Oh my God, LB died." I'm like, "Yeah, dude. Like 2 days ago. Like, I don't know how that didn't get to him sooner than that." All that aside, 61 years old. And when it was getting talked about this morning, our cadence at our house is as soon as 6 o'clock hits, we switch over to the YouTubes and we watch the morning show as I'm getting ready before I leave the house. So of course, Greg Hill, EEI this morning gets on and they immediately go into about 20-25 minutes of LB. And Janina asked, and I'm like, well, nobody said anything. I'm guessing heart or something, but like nobody's really talked about what the cause of death was. Does anybody know? Has anybody heard anything, or is it just not a
but
thing?
when they were doing, so this year they were doing the 100th anniversary of the Bruins, and so they were doing the eras. When his era came out, I don't know if you saw that night. He came out. He had walking sticks in both hands trying to walk out. To
I
the
didn't.
ice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
So he's had something going on for
Okay.
for a little while.
Okay.
They haven't specifically said what it's been, but he's
Okay.
had health issues for
All right.
a little bit now.
Yeah, that came out of left field.
Yeah.
61. Yikes.
But it was oh crap, now I can't remember his name. Pitcher for the White Sox.
Oh,
Yes.
Bobby Jenks.
Jenks, yeah, 44,
Bobby
died
Jenks,
of
44.
cancer.
Yep.
Oh, man.
when was that?
Yeah, the closer.
Today.
Yesterday.
Today?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
yesterday?
yeah, I saw it today, but yeah,
Jenks?
It was sad.
44.
Yeah, Bobby Jenks. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then
Wow.
from the movie TV side, Julian McMahon died. Julian McMahon, the guy, he played Dr. Doom in the first two. He was on Nip Tuck, as
I
well
did
as a
see
TV
that.
show on FX.
Yep.
He played Dr. Doom in the first two Fantastic Four movies, or the first two that were halfway decent, not the third one that was complete shit. But yeah, it was that was sad. That came out of nowhere too. He was like,
Yeah,
I think
Michael
52.
Madsen too, right?
Michael
From,
Madsen. Yep.
I love how Scotty moved a movie review into a eulogy. All
was
just
good. That
he
was
skated
good.
right through. He's like, God bless him.
Yeah,
Movie
it's good.
sucked. Yeah.
Oh, here's to a good one coming out this year.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, the 25th. That's comes out.
What's happening this year?
So speaking of
Fantastic
new
Four.
Fantastic
Oh.
Four, so I was talking to my son.
See now, Adam, this is their
Technicolor, rubber
WNBA.
shoes,
This is their
Technicolor.
WNBA because I'm nowhere
So,
near it. I don't understand.
How are
it.
you with Pascal being Mr. Fantastic? Like I know he's a great actor and everything, but I don't
Pascal
feel like
Siakam?
I
Yes.
don't feel like he's the right fit for that role.
Why?
I don't know. I think of him as bounty hunter.
Bounty Hunter?
Yeah. Shit. No.
You went
Mandolin.
from the Last of Us?
Mandarin.
Oh! You're thinking of you're thinking of. Yes, I know what you're talking about. The Mandalorian.
Yeah,
You should
Mandalorian.
Move one of
It's been a
your
while since-
Wi-Fi pods because your Wi-Fi is
Oh.
glitching. A
Oh,
little bit.
see.
Yeah, I thought that was me for a second. I don't know, but
Oh boy.
no, I think it's
I think you moved one of
it's a
your
good
pods.
fit. I have no problems with it. I know that he's not white, and I guess people might have a problem with that, but I don't. For me, I don't.
Yeah,
really
it's not.
care.
It's
I
not
think he's a
bad.
great
I
actor.
don't- yeah. Yes, he is. I mean, I love the Last of Us. He's great. Was
Yeah.
great in that.
Yeah, right.
Wait, The Last of Us was on HBO. Do you get that on your Technicolor TV?
Yes.
Oh,
the-
I didn't-
It's a part of his channels that he
Technicolor.
flips.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't.
they-
Oh, right.
I have
Just
to.
accidentally
yeah.
click over to it.
I keep
Wow.
HBO for the Righteous Gemstones, Last of Us, White Lotus.
Oh boy.
What's the fruit? What's the food that you have floating in your pool now?
It's
It's
carnivore friendly. It's bacon and eggs.
Yep.
Bacon and eggs.
Can we see it?
Do you
Can you go
ride
get
the
it and bring it
bacon
back?
and eggs?
Can you bring it inside?
Please.
I don't know how-
Please.
all right.
All right.
I love all of this.
Or you could bring us outside like you did last year.
He's not moving the production. Oh, he is moving the production. No, he's no. Oh, is he opening the sliders? He is. I love all of this.
Let's go.
He told me
Is
he's
Steph
like
gonna be pissed if he brings the bacon and eggs in the house.
I don't know.
Quick, Adam, talk about the WNBA. Really quick.
Yes. I know. Somebody get a picture of Sophie Cunningham and put it up on their screen. Oh my God.
If it's the girl that like beat the hell out of the other one after like the whole
Yes.
a few
Yes,
weeks
who it
ago, a
is.
month ago, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's beautiful.
Oh, what's
I
that?
watched the WLL All-Star game this weekend. Fantastic. Did you
Oh,
see
the
any of that,
women's
Tim?
lacrosse league. No, I did not. Oh my God, what is happening in America?
What is that?
That's awesome. It's bacon and eggs.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
I was
That's
wondering how he was going
amazing.
to lay on a float.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, I don't have anything like that. I got a unicorn. That's about all I got.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
That's fantastic.
I do have a air hockey table now, or air hockey.
Oh, that's good. Let's
Yeah,
go.
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
And I have,
no, whoa,
we
wait
got-
a minute. Air hockey or a bubble hockey?
No, it's air
Pool
hockey.
hockey.
It's like
Air- oh,
so you
okay.
put it floats. It's a float, and then you just
Yeah.
you have the puck, and it's the
Yeah, I
same
saw
thing.
that at
Oh,
Target.
that's fun.
Yeah, it snagged it, and then we also have cornhole.
How's
cornhole.
the hockey thing work? Because I thought about getting it, but I was worried it wouldn't work too
As long
well.
as you don't have a lot of water, you have to need like just a little bit, but it works fine. It works fine.
Okay.
However, you do need to be careful because it will float, and I may have hit one of my kids right in the face. I hit the puck and it goes pew, just right there, right between like the digits, man. And it, and it was like one of those like snap head things, like he got sniped, Call of Duty. And I'm like, oh my god, I am so sorry. Reaction was not pleased. It was very unhappy camper, but I let him win after that.
Hey, speaking of the holiday, Scotty, I encouraged you over the top, I think, maybe to go get the Chinese sausages and
phenomenal.
Right?
Yeah, it's really, really.
What is a
really
Chinese sausage?
So
Exactly.
You're welcome. Sounds personal. Actually, Gooch is going to teach him how to play golf in 2 weeks. Sorry, different kid. So if you go to what do you guys have down in Connecticut? Where do you go for groceries?
Usually Stop and Shop.
Oh, stop it. If you just go on their website and just run a search, I don't know if you guys order and then pick up. Just punch in Chinese sausages. They look red because they are ultimate. Picture a boneless spare rib.
Oh.
Now picture a bunch of boneless spare ribs in a sausage formation.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
It's lightning. They're fantastic.
All right.
Fantastic.
Sounds like this weekend is going to be the grill.
Yes.
Ryan enjoyed it. Ryan and he thought it was delicious as well.
Wonderful.
So,
yes.
he
so
would,
good.
Endorsement on that. Yeah.
Endorsement on that. Yes. Approved by John Mayer. We love that. Good for him. How many kids does he have now?
Just 2.
Oh, I don't know if they kept spinning the dreidel or not. That's not that much. That's nothing. That's nothing.
Just Gray and Owen. That's it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Awesome.
How are we feeling about the Patriots? What are the developments we haven't discussed? Anything new?
When I see them in training camp in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, I don't know. I mean, they haven't really done anything in a while. This is the quiet time. It's a calm before the storm kind of a situation for them. So I don't really.
I know on the talk radio I've heard it's the speculation of whether or not Diggs is actually going to make the team or not.
Interesting.
They think that they've had some of the younger guys have looked pretty good, I guess, in the spring workouts, I guess they call them. So and if they're saying stuff without saying it, that there might be some other behind the scenes stuff going on with him that hasn't come out on Instagram.
Oh my God.
Well, what's the
pink
bag
cocaine
they'd be holding if they cut him? You know what I mean? Like not that type of bag, a different type of bag.
Yeah,
money.
I mean,
not the one with the pink cocaine.
None of that weird.
Do you remember what his contract was?
I don't. I'd have to look it up. I don't off the top of my head. I don't remember what it was, but I just didn't know if they released.
I'd look it up, but I don't do research. I just talk.
I mean, they'll take a cap hit, but if they're replacing him with a rookie that's making no money, I think they would rather do that. If they feel like he's going to be a problem, and with their young quarterback and their young core of receivers.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Which it kind of came out of left field because everything I had heard before is how great he was with the young players
kids,
so it's the
okay.
It's the Patriot insiders that are saying this speculation. So it's almost like they know something that they've been told, off the record. So they can't actually say what it is.
But if there's an issue right now, why wouldn't they just release him right now? Like, what would be the benefit to keep him around?
Maybe they want to see if they, the spring workouts is one thing because I'm pretty sure they're not in pads at all during the spring.
Mm.
So maybe they want to see
Helmet.
how
Yeah.
they want to see how everyone looks, full pads getting hit and stuff like that before they actually make the decision.
Sure.
So it's 3 years, 69, and then included 26 million guaranteed.
Damn.
So it would be
26
that
mil
tw-
to send him
that-
home.
basically,
That 26 is probably cap hit maybe over 2 years or something. So like I don't think they'd get hit with the 26 in one season. So it's probably spread out over a couple seasons.
It's actually 63 and a half, but the incentives like getting Pro Bowls and whatever other incentives they put in gets it up to 69. But yeah, I mean, it's too bad. I hope he does work out. I honestly think that the team probably, to answer your other question there, Tim, about like why haven't they cut him yet? They haven't. I think they want him to spend probably more time with Vrabes, right? He was there for like maybe a week or two or whatever, but he hasn't even gone to camp yet with Vrabel. I think Vrabel's going to be good for him. I think Vrabes is good for a lot of the players that they have in camp, and just kind of react to that. The do or die will be going into week 3 of the preseason. I don't think they'll cut him before that. I think that'll be will they make that decision, but.
I hope they don't. Hopefully behind the scenes, Vrabel had a come to Jesus meeting with him and like, dude,
right?
Like you could have any girl in the world that you want. Like you don't need to march around with a Ziploc full of pink cocaine on a boat full of hoes, which is what you get a boat for. I understand the concept, but like, there's like 17 trash bags on that fucking boat. None of those girls are going to be your baby mama. Well, they'd love to be your baby mama, but they're not going to be they're not going to be the woman that propels you forward in life. Is my point. You know. So interesting. In a related story, I think we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. Like more pictures coming out from Drake May's wedding, and they've been together since 7th grade.
Right.
That's the person you want in your corner.
Yeah. The next Tom Brady, baby.
Yep. Shh. Careful.
I'm joking.
Listen, you jinx. All right.
Listen, do you think before you open your mouth?
Easier. It's so much easier versus the Knicks. And then fucking back-to-back 20-point blown leads and whatever. And Achilles tear later. Jesus.
Oh, boy.
Just because you don't believe in jinxes, Adam, doesn't mean everyone else does.
I believe in jinxes and
Fair enough. I will
never,
ever send a text like that again. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Ever.
Costanza. Jerry, don't forget, it's not a jinx if you don't believe it. Such a phenomenal show.
I'll approve any text like that about the WNBA if you want.
Nah. I only like to send positive vibes from the WNBA, especially to you, Rubber Shoes. We didn't even get a chance to talk about the vibe check.
What was the vibe check?
The new ESPN show, all women's sports. Rubber Shoes. They're shoving it down your throat, Rubber Shoes.
Yeah.
Careful. He's going to have to get his Dremel out. He's going to have to drill into his coffee-colored cable box and pull out his ESPN chip.
So ESPN is on at the gym in the morning, so I see whatever Sports Centers or whatever they usually sometimes are replaying a game it usually finishes about that time.
Yes.
And then Sports Center's on, and the only other time I watch ESPN is if there's an actual game that I want to watch, UFC or a draft. That's it.
Vibe check.
I
should check it out, Rubber
really
Shoes.
can't.
Vibe check is the show.
Subscribe him to the emails.
I was such a fan of ESPN, in the 80s and 90s.
So they put women on it.
No, they've totally killed it. One, I don't know. They lost me a long time ago. It's probably 20-something years since I've really cared about them.
Would you say 27 years?
Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. I used to watch Pardon the Interruption. I used to watch
Around the Horn.
The Will Bond. Yeah, Around the Horn. I used to
Oh, Around the
watch
Horn's
that
gone. Part of the
every night.
interruption's still floating out there.
I used
Yeah.
to watch both of those shows every night. I would watch.
He loved it.
Especially Sunday night. Sports Center was the best. Yeah,
My
and
favorite program was always NFL primetime. Like that was
Yes.
always my thing. Like
Yep.
with,
Like,
with,
I don't
had to
even-
be with Berman and Jackson. Like that
Yeah.
was my. Like,
Yeah.
You guys
Yes.
don't know what you're missing. You don't know what you're missing.
Pretty sure we do.
I think I might check out Vibe Check once, Adam. Then it's all yours. I think
You should absolutely. You
I think-
absolutely should. It's
I,
fantastic.
where is Vibe Check? What is it on
right?
the Ocho? Where is it?
No, it's on the. It's on the.
On
ESPN.
the ESPN.
Oh yeah, because that's all they're promoting on the ESPN is. Although Wimbledon's been on, so that's been great.
Yeah, well, so you're making my point, Rubber Shoes. Now, listen, I know there's people like you that think. I think a lot of people left ESPN when the witch hunt for Tom Brady happened, because
Oh, interesting.
I think ESPN was very pro F Brady, and just anyway, all that aside,
About the time, yeah.
Yeah, see, there we go.
Sounds
So
about right.
I think I get all that. And I also, in the moment where Dimitrov was getting injured and they went up to the box and they were talking about it, and I turned the volume up real quick to listen to what they're talking about. I just thought to myself, like, I know people have all these different feelings about ESPN. In our household, like, we're on it all the time. We're watching Sports Center. We're going to be a college game day on Saturday mornings. If you tell me you're watching Fox, we're breaking up. You're not watching Fox. Fox isn't watching Fox.
I don't want.
Right.
I don't want. I'm usually just watching the
Rubber Shoes watches
whatever Notre Dame game is on.
He's watching the Notre Dame pregame. Of course you are.
Or I'm not. But I'm not. No, I'm not even really.
Wake up,
watch a little bit, but-
ba. Sorry, yeah.
But I'm not. I'm not. I don't sit and watch college football all day long. So it's.
Oh my God.
Like
It's like a
that's
religion
all-
in our house.
That's on.
If BC's
when I'm at
on
gym.
the road, we are glued.
Yeah.
Glued.
No,
Except for the fact that I will obviously be golfing in the morning. Other than that, we're glued. I get home. I get home. Janina's watching college football. That's the one that I married, which is insane.
Downfall for me was probably Sunday Night Baseball when they started messing with the commentators. And A-Rod was terrible. Yeah, it got bad. Like
Yeah.
Joe Morgan, I thought was bad. I would take him back tomorrow. He started bothering me, and then it just got worse and worse and worse. And I was like, "Oh my God!"
They've laid some eggs. Well, and now they're going to their thing. They're doing that thing starting in September, I think. If you've seen the ads for it, they're talking about like the next iteration or whatever they're calling it, and they're going direct to consumer. Yeah, so you're not going to
Rubber
need.
Shoes you won't even be able to get it.
You're not going to need to have ESPN through a provider anymore. You're going to be able to get it straight from them, but it's going to be $40 a month or something like that.
Unbelievable. Yeah. So I have ESPN Plus, and I can't watch ESPN shows on ESPN
that's
Plus.
insane.
I can only watch.
That is insane.
It's like, all right, I'm paying for this already, and some guy's like, oh, some game he wanted to watch was on ESPN. I'm like, oh, I'll put it on my iPad, and I'm like, he's like, you can't. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, they don't let you watch the regular ESPN shows.
Scotty, go ahead.
Are you kidding me?
Go ahead, Scotty.
I haven't heard anything about the direct to consumer. So is ESPN Plus going away, or are they?
No, if you have ESPN Plus, there's just going to there'll be a version of it that you can get. If you
Will it
don't
be at
like
a discounted price because you already have
Yes,
ESPN
it's
Plus?
like $30 a month if you want to get ESPN.
But Scotty, what do you have for your provider? Who's your provider? Like I have DirecTV.
I use Hulu.
So you have, and then
But
you
I
have
to bundle
ESPN Plus.
Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus. Yeah.
Sure, but so when you are watching ESPN Plus and they ask you who your provider is, you say Hulu, or I would say DirecTV. Correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
I mean, it's because it's the bundle. Yeah, exactly.
Because right now, to Rubber Shoe's point, if you have, and even though he has Xfinity, there are certain programs on ESPN Plus that you can't watch
Oh, no, I know
if
that
they're
part.
forcing you
It
back to
wasn't-
their broadcast. But you're talking about the discounted pricing.
I'm just wondering, like, because I don't want to pay for both because that's stupid. So if they're gonna do that, that's ridiculous. You know
No,
what I
you're
mean?
not gonna
Like,
you're not
they-
gonna have to pay for
they do
both
that.
because you're still technically going to be like, it's for somebody that doesn't have a provider. will be able to just get ESPN direct to their phone,
So
direct to their iPad.
If I don't,
I think this is a bad idea.
don't think
It's a bad idea.
can watch. I don't think you can watch ESPN shows. On,
You can. You can.
like your iPad
You're
and
correct.
stuff like that.
No.
You're correct.
Period.
Yeah.
Even if you have a provider.
Yeah. This
You
what
can
this
watch
is.
it
This
on
is
your
the
cable station, but
No,
your
no,
cable channel,
no.
but not-
That's not true. That's not true. You can log in and watch ESPN if you have a provider. Like if I had like Hulu or something like that, you know what I mean? You would log in to the Hulu if you want to watch it on an iPad or something like that. That's what I do. Like I log in to
Yeah,
my provider to watch ESPN. You
Correct.
can go into the ESPN, yeah, but the ESPN app, yes, that is separate. Now, if they're
So-
going to change that delivery service, then that's a whole different thing.
no. No, they're not. They're not going to screw with people like you and I that are doing it a certain way.
Gotcha.
But you've got that guy Ted that doesn't want to pay for a cable contract or a streaming contract just to get ESPN. Can now just go grab ESPN
Right.
and pay a bigger number each month just to have ESPN.
Gotcha.
So,
Then, okay,
yeah.
I'm not worried about that.
pay the
Anywho.
same as Nesson.
And all of this, remember that thing we talked about a year ago where Fox and TNT and all of them were going to get together and do that mega sports app? That fell by the wayside. And now this is ESPN. Like, we're still going to do it because we're ESPN. So that's all this really is. So, but the ads look good because I'm like, oh, what is this thing that I probably want? Because I'm an asshole. Then I looked into it. I'm like, I already have it. And so anyway, I might still get it. I don't know. Feel
It is pretty
compelled.
funny you brought it up, though. I actually realized as you guys were talking, like I do watch College Game Day, but I don't watch Prime Time. I don't even watch Sunday Countdown. I watch the NFL Network when it's on when for football Sunday mornings. Like Game Day
Yeah,
is
me too.
probably I don't even watch SportsCenter. Like I don't do any of that anymore. ESPN is literally live sports is all I'll watch, and that's few and far between. You know, I barely ever watch it. You know, it's funny. It's just because even when I'm watching like golf, for example, which by the way, Berwick is North Berwick, Scotland this weekend.
Mhm.
Throw that in there.
Yes. The Genesis.
but
yeah.
now-
Oh, I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be up in Portland area tomorrow.
Signing babies?
Good.
I have to pick up a part from somewhere up there, and then I'm gonna visit the
All right,
dealership.
I gotta go.
I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go.
I'm out. The
All right.
ESPN thing I'm with, but the
All
parts
right.
with the
All right.
rubber
For Rubba Shoes and Scotty and Adam and myself, we appreciate you hanging out. We would love for you to comment and subscribe and chat and like and do all the things online at atbshow.com. We will see you next week. And maybe we'll have a live update on the instructional process between the Gooch
Buy all the pods.
and his
Oh, yeah,
student at the University of Swingla.